Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 414 Southeast Sheridan Road here in Sheridan. We're located at the right side of the home, out here by the fence line. We have a 4-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Once we get this thing going the right direction here, we'll zero out the camera counter. I'm hitting a lot of junk here right off the bat. That's why the camera lens is black. It looks like we've got some type of obstruction in the line. We'll try and clear out of the way here. Anyway, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the line. We do have water running. Here we go. And we'll take a good look at that spot on the way out. And that's probably what's causing the problem there. You can see we have a root intrusion coming through at about right at the top of the pipe. More than likely, we have roots right inside the cleanout. That's my guess anyway. We'll review that on the way out when the line's drained. And this looks like we might have Orangeburg pipe here. We've got more roots. Orangeburg and ABS plastic can look very similar to each other. They're both black in color. Usually you'll get kind of a white spotting type staining color, which I'm seeing a lot of here. So when it's all drained out, we'll have a better view of all this. Roots, roots, roots. And if this is Orangeburg, we're going to see problems from the time we get in here till the end of that type of pipe. It's I haven't confirmed that's what it is, but that's kind of what it's looking like. It looks like it transitioned over to concrete there just a moment ago. Appears to be 6-inch in diameter. More roots here at 43 feet. So far we have roots from start to finish. And right here is the main lateral connection at 55 feet. I'm going to do locates to verify where this is at exactly. And then we'll let the line drain out completely so we can have a good look at everything on the way back in. Alright, located the camera head successfully out the main lateral on Sheridan Road. Looks like we're just about all drained out here. We're going to go ahead and reel the camera back in. Now, I don't know if the city out here maintains the sewer lines at all once you hit the right-of-way. It's definitely worth checking into. Given the amount of damage to the line, we've got root intrusions from start to finish just about. Our last root intrusion is here at about 44 feet. You can see that coming through the pipe joint there. Because of that reason, I'm going to recommend a full replacement of the sewer line. Given the age of this line, to spot repair it and leave from this point on out to the main, in my opinion, is a complete waste of money. Because this section here, it still looks like it's functioning, but it's old and it's going to need replacement and repair at some point in the near future. For that reason, I'm going to recommend a full replacement. The only spot, this is as far out as I'm going to be able to locate. Once the camera drops over this ledge here, I can't locate it accurately. So we're going to locate all the way out to 49 feet here. From this point on out, repair guys will just have to do their, digging down. It's a straight vertical drop here just about. I'll mark right here with a white X. There will be an X at either end of the repair. I might put some T markings in depending if there's transitions or not, but look for an X at each end and some white dots or lines in between showing the direction the pipe runs. I'll mention the depths and locations here in just a minute. I've got a white X. We're out in the middle of the street. As is written on the ground, we're about 2.5, 3 feet out into the roadway here. That X marking is just about on top of the main lateral connection. Does a very slight slope outwards from that point, but we're at 6 feet deep there. try and give an idea of the total depth here in the event that this part is homeowner responsibility and has to be dug up. We're at 6 feet on the dot, right at the top of the drop. Now you can roughly wager you're going to be right around 10 feet deep there by the time you hit the main. It might be slightly less deep than that, but it's going to be right around there. We had about a 5-6 foot drop after that point. And again, because I'm recommending a full replacement here because we have roots all the way out to 44 feet, which is in the roadway. It's really not a whole lot of extra work to keep on digging after that point. So recommend a full replacement. We've got major root intrusion throughout the entire line. Hey, we're just coming underneath the sidewalk here. We're at 4 feet 6 inches deep. And we're only at 2 feet 9 inches deep here in the front yard area. So this particular spot here, you can see if you look at the shape of that root intrusion coming through the joint there. It's an oval shape. It's not round like a perfectly round pipe should be. Now, this is looking indicative of Orangeburg pipe. Regardless of what the pipe material is, the whole line is shot. Alright, 2 feet 5 inches deep here. And at the end, we're going to reverse direction. We'll scope back towards the home. Make sure that stuff doesn't need to go too. At 1 foot 10 inches deep there at 10 feet out. Now, it's a fairly shallow line up until the final drop at the end. They're about 1 foot 10 inches deep right at the start. It looks like we go directly into that type of pipe material, so I want to start the repair right at the clean out, and we're going to reverse direction here. We're now scoping back towards the home. And this is looking, yeah, this is definitely Orangeburg. You can see the big lump in the middle of the pipe there. This is also oval-shaped pipe here because it's a tar paper product that is one of the worst things that I think humankind has ever devised. It's a tar paper sewer line, which is why it compresses so easily and gets roots in it. Basically, cardboard impregnated with tar. So I'm going to run the camera back. We're going to do another marking here at 16 feet going back towards the house. This is where you're going to want to start the repair. The Orangeburg goes all the way back to this point. Yeah, we are on the backyard side of the fence here. This portion of the line is almost underneath the fence itself. I can't accurately locate it here, but you can reasonably assume it's going to be somewhere around a foot deep. And that was just a cast iron joint there on the turn. That's not actually the end of it there, it looks like. Alright, we're going to have to move the camera back to the backyard. It looks like there's a clean out back there. We'll finish this up from that end because we can't get past that joint there. So right where I about thought the Orangeburg ended is just about 3 feet or so on the other side of that little fence there, and it's quite literally, it's almost smack dab underneath this fence. So there may be hopefully not too much to deal with the fence, but it does kind of go underneath there, at least partially. Hey, we're now at the rear of the house here. So this turn right here, I think, is where the camera got hung up. And this is purely for locating purposes, you know, and with the amount of repair that needs to be done here, I would honestly just recommend redoing everything on the exterior. You're already going to be doing a lot. Cast iron pipe holds up for quite a long time, but when you're already tearing up 95% of the line, in my opinion, you should just take it all the way. Hey, while the camera was paused here, I pushed out. This is the clean out that we first started with here at 35 feet, or about 36 feet. I'm going to write the report as if we did it all from this clean out here, just so the lengths make sense. In total, though, we've scoped right around, it's almost exactly 90 feet of pipe. And like I said, you don't necessarily, need to deal with the cast iron pipe. If as much work needs to be done on this, it would be a good time, because cast iron pipe has a lifespan like anything else. It's kind of a wasted opportunity to just fully update the line there. And from here at 7 feet all the way out to 90 feet at the main lateral connection, I recommend a full replacement of the sewer line. Now we're going to reverse direction here in just a second and scope back into the home. That's back into original cast iron here, which again is a good pipe product. And we're going up the vent there. So anyway, the cast iron, if you want, you can leave it. You could fully update it. This is a great time to do it. It's going to be the most cost-effective time to fully update. Doesn't look like there's much more than about 10 feet of mainline cast iron going back into the crawl space. But the stuff that I would highly recommend updating starts at 7 feet from this rear clean out here, the one closest to the foundation of the back of the house, all the way out to 90 feet at the main lateral connection. Recommend a full update. And I highly, highly recommend a rescope after that repair is done. Make sure everything looks good. A lot of bellies and things happened at the time of installation, so I want to make sure that looks good. It's a lot of sewer line to put in. Anyway, I tend to see issues very frequently with new installs, so I definitely want to get that checked out. This is all mapped out here from about 7 feet from the cleanout all the way out to the street. Again, I can't locate beyond that, or about the last 5 feet of the pipe, because it's a straight vertical drop.